Hello everyone and welcome back to the worst F1 Twitter tweet of the week. It's been a fantastic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton making up 25 places in both the sprint race and the main Grand Prix to win the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. So let's dive into the worst tweets of the week. So we'll start off with a tweet that happened before the race weekend itself, and it comes from an interview which happened with Helmut Marko. The tweet itself isn't terrible, it's just reporting what Helmut Marko was said, but I'm convinced that despite this came from an actual Dutch newspaper, Helmut Marko did not utter these words. Marko on winning a World Drivers' Championship with Verstappen. It is more emotional. In 2010 we had the best car, although Ferrari and McLaren were in the game. Beating the best driver of all time, that's on a completely different level. Sorry, I thought he wanted Hamilton banned after that Silverstone incident. Oh Helmut, we must have come a long way since then, blimey. Next up, we've got a tweet about Lando Norris. Now there was a tweet about Jolyon Palmer last week, which was quite amusing. This one is just a horrendous take. Lando Norris does not deserve to be in Formula 1. He's proven time and time again that he's a master in the art of bozo-ness, and his fangirls protect him like there's no tomorrow. He ain't anything compared to the mammoths of the future like Max, Charles, George, Gasly and Ocon.
I wouldn't believe a word he says.
Why?
There's no meaning behind it. I don't even think he believed what he was saying there.
Oh dear. Where to start with this one? He's just a popular driver. I know people that love Lando Norris, or people that don't really like Lando Norris. It's not his fault he's got lots of fans. And then he is really good. He scored 4 podiums this season in a McLaren. He's got a pole position in a McLaren. He was unlucky not to get his first race win, although he did make a mistake. So that's a horrendous take. Lando Norris is an excellent driver and certainly part of the future, along with Max, Charles, George. Okay? He's on their level. Relax, lad.
Oh dear, it's happened again.
So this tweet comes from after qualifying, and it's about Lewis Hamilton, and this bloke says only wins in a 1 second faster car. That's bad enough, right? And then this geezer just puts, I don't even know the mathematics you attempted to put in this likely spam comment. Very fair comment. And then this guy put, I used all the data available. I also took into account engine modes, slipstream, fuel loads, track evolution, and it came to 1 second. What on earth were you using? The one engine mode that you can use, the slipstream that he didn't really have in qualifying, fuel loads which are all 0 for everybody, track evolution, fair enough, and it came to 1 second. So you kind of crunched the numbers, did you? Mercedes engineers in Brackley are doing their absolute best to find, those last couple of hundreds, and you've just crunched the numbers to get 1 second. Right, sound. I'll have to accept it. So, after Lewis Hamilton controversially got disqualified in Sao Paulo, some geezers just put, yes, let's go, points deduction, IMO.
What is this?
Now, I'm no expert, but being given a points deduction for a failure on the right-hand side of the rear wing, which made it aerodynamically less efficient, therefore making him slower, does not probably deserve a points deduction. I actually can't remember a time where there's ever been a points deduction. Obviously, Schumacher was disqualified from the 97 championship for deliberately taking out Villeneuve. But really? Points deduction? For a failure? I should blind Max Verstappen or Red Bull or whoever loyalty, anti-Lewis Hamilton, because that's a horrendous tweet. Right, so we've got to after the race, after Lewis Hamilton took a sensational win, and I know this episode is going to be praising Lewis Hamilton a lot because the drive was just phenomenal. If it was Max Verstappen, I'd be doing the same because, I'm neutral in the title fight. But realistically, this is a horrendous tweet. Max gave it all, but everyone would win in that car in F1. It is lightning fast, clearly the best car.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Well, it might be the quickest car around that circuit, but Red Bull just mysteriously had ridiculous pace in Mexico. And also, wait till these geezers find out that Senna and Prost's McLaren won 15 out of 16 Grand Prix in 1988. The MP44 won every single race bar Monza, where they were leading by a country mile until Senna was taken out by a back marker. So they would have won 100% of all the races. I think Hamilton's won less races than Verstappen as well. So I don't really think the car is faster. Let's just appreciate the fact they're two brilliant drivers going hell for leather and a bit more to win this title. And now we have one that just says Overrated Drive. He pretty much passed everyone with DRS. And this guy's right, we wouldn't hear the end of it if it was Max. We haven't heard the end of it because it was Lewis. We won't hear the end of it if it was Max. There's no need to be salty, alright? Max has driven brilliantly on many occasions this season. Lewis has driven superbly on many occasions this season. If it was Max, we'd be appreciating the brilliance. Let's put our biases aside, just appreciate it. Finally, we're into the best tweet of the week because, you know, I'm a wind-up and I thought that this was a hilarious tweet from yours truly, so we're going to use it. And before you come at me with the dislikes, alright, as I've said many a time, I'm neutral in the title fight. I just like winding up fan bases because it's really funny. If it was Lewis, I'd be winding up Lewis fans because they're also really easy to bait, but Max fans took this way too seriously. Obviously, a lot of Max fans were angry Hamilton didn't hit the apex at Silverstone, so I tweeted, I thought you had to hit the apex, hey Max fans, as Max was clearly at least a car's width away from the apex, driving Hamilton to Paraguay instead of to the Brazilian Grand Prix circuit. This is a brilliant tweet from myself, I think personally. But yeah, it just kind of shows the double standards, I guess. So don't come at me with the dislikes, it was just a funny tweet. But that is all we've got time for after a fantastic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. I know Lewis Hamilton has received a lot of praise in this video, but he was sensational. And so if it is Max Verstappen next time in Qatar, I'm very, very happy to bring you the worst opinions from that as well. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and let me know what you thought of it in the comments section below. Subscribe if you are new around here and you want to see Formula 1 content, and I will catch you in the next one. Later, guys.